Holy, Seven Deadly Sins is everything wrong with open world, free to play RPGs. And I feel like you know what I'm about to say before I even say it. It's the Genshitification of free to play open world games. And what do I mean by that? Tell me if this sounds familiar. Massive open world, exploration with puzzles, climbing, crafting, character switching combat, and a gacha system. It's basically what happens when you take one look at the gaming industry and realize the same thing that happened with iPhones is happening with free-to-play gacha games. Everybody wants to be the next Genshin Impact, but nobody asks why. I don't even think Hoyoverse understands what made Genshin Impact popular at this point. People think it's the anime characters and the cute and cuddly, vibrant graphics. No, that's not what made Genshin Impact a hit. I mean, look at my profile picture. Do I look like somebody into cute and cuddly things? The reason Genshin Impact hit so hard in 2020 was, well, because it was COVID and we had nothing to do, but also because it innovated on the genre. Genshin Impact was two things that could never coexist. It was high quality and it was an anime game. That's something a lot of us had not seen since the first Ninja Storm games. Also, it innovated on the genre. Before Genshin Impact, gacha games were just no gameplay and the slot simulator casinos. Now there's no gameplay, but we have a giant open world. There's a difference. And the truth is, Seven Deadly Sins is a game that exists. It's just offensively mid. Like, deadass, it offends me how mid this game is. Like the characters don't feel good to play. The character animations are stiff. The movement is ass. The gameplay is like manageable. Like, I genuinely wanted to make a heartfelt, in-depth, thorough review for this game. I couldn't last an hour playing this game. I honestly don't know how people play it. But that's the thing. I've played Genshin Impact for years already before I quit that game. A lot of open world gacha games, as much as they copy Genshin Impact, they try to put their own twist, their own spin. This game, its only offering is the fact that it's a Seven Deadly Sin game. So if you're into the anime, I could see how you could enjoy this game. But if you are a seasoned enjoyer of open world gacha games, this game shows zero purpose and it should EOS itself now. You've been here before and you've done this before. I mean, I felt like I was playing a modded Genshin Impact game with Seven Deadly Sin characters. From the enemies to the level design, the deja vu was impeccable. It was, is that a word? It was ridiculous. Even the layout of the first town had me, it was oddly familiar, as if straight ripped from Genshin Impact. Did this game really have to be a Genshin clone? Could it have been any other format of video game? I don't even think Seven Deadly Sins necessarily wanted something like this. I'm sure they'll put up with it. But did you really? Was that in your bingo book to have a Genshin Impact clone? And it has a cool mounting system and some cool movement gimmicks. And it's cool that you can go online. But let's face it, it's basically Tower Fantasy with Seven Deadly Sin characters. Like, Tower Fantasy did this better, I'm sorry. So why is this such a bad thing? Why am I so passionate about this painfully mid game and ranting about it on the internet? Well, not only does it follow the trend of licensed IP games just being complete ass like they always are and they always will be, but that's a whole nother discussion. But it's like the fact that it feels like we're stepping backwards as a society with every new release of an open world gacha anime game. Like, I heard the pity, I don't know much about the gacha system, I didn't last that long, but I heard it's similar to Arknight's Enfield. So not only is this game more greedy than your average Genshin game, it's low quality, it heavily relies on its IP, and worst of all, we're saturated as hell with these free-to-play gacha games. There's so many things coming out. Why would I waste my time with Seven Deadly Sins Origins? This game feels like it's taking up space in an otherwise already crowded genre of games. I am burnt out and exhausted with the amount of open world gachas, and this one is just so cynical and it just feels like a complete waste of time. And you could call me a hater, but I'm not the only one. It felt like this company was too afraid to take a risk, and they knew that the combined hype of the IP mixed with the gameplay loop of Genshin when meant an automatic paycheck, and I'm not gonna lie, it probably does, but it's just such a cynical business strategy. It's disgusting as somebody who played Genshin for years. Like, playing this game felt horrible. And I'm not saying it's the worst game, but for me personally, the burnout was so crazy that I was just repulsed by this game and everything it stood for. But it's cool if you like Seven Deadly Sins, like, you do you. I'm just saying. So why do I have such visceral hate for this game and the Genshinification and everything it represents? Well, it proves that the innovation we saw in Genshin, the potential we saw in Genshin, it's dead with companies like this. I hate a company that wants the money of Genshin, but it's not willing to innovate. Genshin took a risk, and that's why it just worked out. It doesn't always work out, but these companies are just filling up the space with imitation. I mean, guys, I have never seen such a Genshin clone in the history of Genshin clones. Downright to the UIs. I told you, the layouts. Oh man, it was such a cynical formula of a video game coming from the perspective of somebody who's like played these games before. It's like catching a company with their pants down. It's like I knew exactly what they were doing. Pause, by the way. I knew exactly what they were doing, and it just felt grimy. And you know, players like me are just burnt out of this type of game. Like, some more than others. I told you I could not play this game for more than an hour. I dead ass tried. I wanted to make an informative review. This is the best you get. I'm sorry. It's just terrible and weak game design. The game is just relying on Seven Deadly Sins nostalgia, fan service, and, you know, gacha waifus. The same old, same old. What's sad is this game was in development a lot longer and earlier than a lot of other more successful Genshin clones like Wuthering Waves or Arknight's Enfield. Trash. I'm sorry if this came off rude to Seven Deadly Sin fans. I'll probably label this as Rant when I upload it. I honestly don't know why, if you like Seven Deadly Sins, you're still this far into the video. But to be fair to this game, it is a free, massive anime open world RPG. If you are willing to ignore all of its flaws and you're a fan, then you do have a solid gaming experience for yourself that you can play. If you're okay with mid, then like, it's cool. And the co-op thing is cool. You can play it with your other Seven Deadly Sins friends. The story is ass, but it has a decent mounting and exploration system. Like, the movement is pretty good. Like, I genuinely wish a lot more of these Genshin clones had mounts like these. And I'm just gonna be real, that's the only compliment you'll get out of me. Moral of the story is, if you're gonna copy Genshin, please innovate. That's what made Genshin successful. And I mean, look at a game like Where Winds Meet. That game feels like if Genshin Impact and Dark Souls had a clone. I'll probably catch heat for that statement, but that's like, it is what it is. I said what I said. I don't have to explain myself.